Today I'm going to read you a book called If I Had a Sheep by Mick Inkpen. Mick Inkpen wrote and illustrated the pictures for the book. Isn't that a cool name for an artist, Inkpen as the last name? I think it's really neat. After I read the book, If I Had a Sheep, I'm going to have an art challenge for you to do. All right, so let's get started with If I Had a Sheep by Mick Inkpen. If I had a sheep, I would brush her hair until she was beautiful. I would teach her to count and tell the time. I would build her a rocket and fly to the moon. We could be grown-ups doing the shopping. We could go exploring, looking for wild animals. They found a cat. If it was windy, we could chase leaves. If it was hot, we could have ice cream. We could dress up as pirates or princesses. We could be a rock group with drums. If she fell over, I would make her better. I would read her a story and take her to bed. The end. Right, so that is If I Had a Sheep by Mick Inkpen. This was one of my favorite books when I was little because I always wanted to have a sheep. So now for your artwork, I want you to choose an animal that you would love to have as a pet. It could be a real animal, it could be an imaginary animal, it could even be an extinct animal. So what you're going to need for this project is you're going to need some sort of paper. It could be paper from the printer, it could be paper from a sketchbook, art paper. You could even do it on a colorful piece of construction paper. That would be perfect as well. And so you're going to fill the page with a picture of what you would do if you had a certain animal. So here's my example that I did for you, and it's if I had a llama. I also think it would be neat to have a llama. And so I have a picture, and I wrote a sentence up at the top that says, if I had a llama, we would paint together. So I've shown in my picture the llama and me painting a picture of Remy the cat. And you can fill it with beautiful colors. You can use any material that you would like to make it colorful. You can use crayons, markers, you can even paint it if you would like. Now, if you're one of my older artists, you can do something using foreground, midground, and background. That will make it a little bit more challenging for you. Foreground is when you have something that's in the front of the picture. Usually that's going to be the biggest part of the picture because foreground means that it looks like it's closer, and things that are closer to us appear bigger. Midground's going to be what is a little bit further away from the foreground, and it gets a little bit smaller. So Remy the cat and this tree is in the midground and the house is in the midground. And then the background is the part of the picture that is the furthest away. So you have the sky with the sun and the clouds, and then the hills in the background with the little trees. See how they get smaller the further back you go? So if you're one of my older artists, I want to challenge you to use foreground, midground, and background to do your picture. All right. right, so you're going to do a picture of what you would do if you had a certain animal as a pet. And if you are one of my older artists, you can also write a sentence telling me what you would do with that animal. I can't wait to see what you would do. Have fun!